Hey guys, wow, I haven't uploaded a video since last year only because life got in the way and clearly I did move to a condo. I used to live in a basement. Now I can reveal where I used to live, okay? But I'm not gonna say the exact name because it's still very private. I used to live in a basement because it was my first time moving out, so I decided to kind of save money, but even though I'm still kind of spending the same amount of money or more versus the one in the basement. So yes, I've been here since July 2025 and so far the condo life, I don't know how to feel about it, but I'm gonna make some dinner today and I'm gonna make sinigang and let's chit chat together because it's been a while. I also wanted to do Vlogmas. It is now December 16 or 18, something like that. It's now close to being the end of December and I'm only thinking about doing Vlogmas. Maybe I could do maybe I could just challenge myself to upload a video every single day, even if there's just no crazy edits. Just because, I just like to talk in front of the camera, especially when I'm alone. I feel like it's like a whole ass therapy session whenever I talk in front of the camera. Okay, on today's menu, what we're gonna make is some salmon. I have I think 4 pieces here, but I'm gonna use 2 for sinigang and then another 2 I'm gonna season it. I usually put onions, so we're gonna get this. I actually love cilantro in my sinigang. I recently started putting it and it tastes amazing. Some tomatoes, mustard, something mustard, green mustard greens, green mustard, yeah, and maybe a little bit of miso. I just don't know what to film anymore, you know? There's times where I feel like, oh my gosh, I want to film my whole day. I want to film everything that I'm doing. There's a time where I'm just so lazy to say all the stuff that I'm talking about. I have so much to say, but at the same time, I just have little to say. As 2025 comes to a close, I feel like this year was so chaotic from my previous work to my current work that is now my previous work, and then dealing with scammers for the parking in the condo, having to deal with landlords that don't want to accept my pay stubs. Is someone onto me? And I feel like it's social media. A part of it, I think it's also TikTok and how I'm posting on there, and I grew my TikTok account literally from 0 to 11.3k followers in the span of a year. And I made that TikTok account last year when I moved into my spot. I decided to create a TikTok account because I wanted to be a content creator. And I'm still an aspiring content creator, as you can tell. I just felt like it wasn't possible to even reach 11.3k followers. Even though there's not a lot of engagement happening in some of my videos, I feel like reaching that amount of followers in the span of a year is wild because some people take maybe 3 years or 5 years to even blow up. Or I was just uploading every single day, the new shoes that I was getting and everything, literally everything, and people were loving it. So I need to get back on that because right now all of my content on TikTok, it's just solely based on memes and b-roll clips, which I don't really like because it doesn't really have any type of engagement. So we're gonna have to change that for 2026. I think that's another goal that I have to achieve. What I love about sinigang is that you could literally just put anything in it and it'll taste so yummy. You just need a powder. This is the thing that you need. Sinigang sa sampalok. This is what you need. It tastes so amazing. And also what I've learned living alone is that produce can be cheap. It actually can. You just have to find good stores. And usually I go to farmers markets. It's much cheaper than going to No Frills or Food Basics or those name brand grocery stores. I remember when I was doing a 2024, what I learned in 2024 video, I uploaded on my YouTube channel and everything was so positive. Everything was so great because at that point in my life, everything was going, I wouldn't say amazing, but it was going good. But this year was a little bit different. I don't know what it is. I didn't even tell anybody that I moved other than the people in my life. I didn't post it on social media that I was moving. Every single time I'm trying to better my life, pay off my stupid credit card debt, something happens. I'm not gonna go into detail, but things happened and I'm just do people not want to see me win? You're literally gonna cook everything in this pot. And then you're just gonna saute everything that you cut. Overall, I feel like my independence has gone up to like a level 10 or above, because even living alone is just, it's not lonely. Like, I love living alone. No one's here to bother me and stuff. I do have a roommate, my best friend and their roommate, but sometimes I just want to like be by myself, you know? Like, you know that feeling of just the house being empty? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, since this wants to scream, let me just put this stuff now, or else it's gonna scream even more. So simple, I feel like a teenager can do it. Anyone who has a functioning brain can do it. Like, thank God my parents, specifically my mom, was so strict on making me cook. Like, she would literally yell at me if I'm just sitting in my room doing nothing. I cook every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and she doesn't know that. I mean, she probably does know that, but like, I'm not lazy. I am not lazy, girl. Like, don't. Okay, I put the salmon in here. I'm just gonna let it simmer a little bit. Um, Cook it or fry it a little bit in here. I've been reevaluating like my career choices. I really want to be a content creator. That's all I can think about, is that I want to be a successful content creator. And I've been saying this to myself literally since I was in high school, or even during my first job, my first real job. I want to be a content creator, and everyone knows that I love to film videos for myself. I love to vlog, I love to edit videos, I love to just be a creative in general. The more that people know that you like to create content, the more that they're gonna watch you. Meaning, they're gonna judge you. I don't like it when people are perceiving me, but at the same time, I really have to do this. If I cannot just like push myself into uploading content and just yapping in front of the camera, like I have been yapping in front of the camera. I just gatekeep it because I just don't want to put it online. I just don't want to be perceived in that way. But at the same time, there's so many content creators that they talk their shit. They say whatever they want, what they say, whatever that comes to mind, and they literally are so successful. They're able to retire their parents just because they're making social media content, and just because they're being so personable and relatable and just being so funny. I want to be that person. And then let it simmer. And I do miss Filipino food, so that is why sometimes I make stuff like this. Sometimes I miss my mom's cooking, but at the same time, I'm like, I could learn. I really could. And also, I went to Japan during my birthday. One thing I learned about this year is that I'm gonna be taking birthday trips. We're not gonna be doing birthday dinners. I honestly just feel like birthday dinners are such a waste of time. And I feel bad for the people that I invite when I go to the birthday dinners, when I do birthday dinners, because I'm gonna have to make them spend like more than $200 on myself, because they're gonna have to pay for my bill, which I don't want to. I'd rather you guys like save your own coin and spend it on something else like yourselves. I went to Japan for a week. I know that's so little, but the advantage of it was because my sister is a flight attendant and she got me tickets for $115 round trip. She booked it. We were planning the itinerary. I had a great time. I want to go back. It was such a good, like, a good refresher, a good trip. Even though it was quick, it was still very memorable and so fun. I also went to the Philippines this year. It was actually a trip with my family. Well, we always go to the Philippines all together. We went to Palawan, which is an island, and I fell in love with that island. I want to go back. And then we're gonna do a little taste test, because sometimes it can be a little bit too, what's it called? Tabang, meaning it needs some salt or patis. I'll just do some salt instead of putting more seasoning, because I feel like the seasoning is already salty. Fish sauce, I call it patis. So we're gonna put lemon juice, because it has to be asin, like sour. I'm gonna put these mustard green leaves. Good morning, this is next day Reza. I didn't get to finish that video because I got a call, and then that call went on until about 2 a.m. So I didn't even get to show you like the finished product and me eating because I was busy. This is what it looks like. I mean, this is so bad. Such a bad video. Okay, this is what it looks like. I am gonna show you guys my sinigang. I'm reheating it because I have leftovers. This is what it looks like. It is boiling. And I made fresh steamed white rice. That's done. It also tastes so good with just like fresh steamed white rice. It's such a good comfort food. I feel like I'm back in the Philippines or back at my parents' house. I think my favorite sinigang is either pork or salmon. I got a little bit of salmon and some greens, some mustard greens. Hot. Hot. That's it. Bye.